Hi, you're welcome to our Teen TV One. I want to appreciate each and every one of us who have been supportive, who have, in one way or the other, had kept us running on the YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you and the work that you are doing for sharing our post, for commenting on it, for liking it. I want to say a big God bless you to each and every one of you. And I want to say that you continue doing the good work, that we might be able to touch lives and reach as many as possible when you share our post. So a big God bless you to each and every one of you. So today I want to begin today's section by telling us a poem I learned those days in secondary school. Standing at the foot of the hill and you gaze up to the sky, how can you get up there if you do not try? Though you stumble once, not be dismayed, for those who will get to the top must first climb the hill. A lot of us are still at the level where we are still looking up to the place where we are supposed to go to. We are looking at the distance and we think it is very far. We think we cannot make it. We think we don't have all it takes to make it. I tell you this day that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to step out of the place where you have fallen. You won't know what is at the other side of the hill if you do not climb. You won't discover the beauty of the hills if you do not start the journey. If you are still trying to count your fears, what if, I want to tell you today, what if you fail, you get up and start again. What if you are mocked? You tell people that you can make it. Where you are is not the end of your time. But if you do not take the step, you won't discover the strength that is in you. If you do not take the step, you won't know where you are going to get to. If you still allow what people are talking about you to determine your distance, then you need to think again. A lot of us have been there, where we allow people's opinion to weigh us down, where we have allowed the mistakes that we have made to keep us, to box us in. But you need to tell yourself never again. You have greatness inside of you and you need to showcase it. Standing at the foot of the hill and you gaze up to the hill. Yes, it's beautiful. You imagine, how can you get up there? The only way you get up there is to start the journey. The only way you discover the hidden treasures on the hill is when you start a journey. So you need to start the business. You need to start afresh if you have failed. I told us in my last video that I failed. I wrote WAEC several times. I wrote JAM several times. But I did not allow the failure to actually box me in. At a point in my life, yes, I was discouraged. I didn't want to go on. And that is because I wrote JAM several times and I failed. It's as if to say the doors of the university were just shut at me. So when you sit at the foot of the mountains, or you stand at the foot of the mountains and you gaze up to the sky, and all that comes into your head is, how are you going to get up there? If you do not start, you will never get there. But when you start, you will get there. Though you stumble once, even if you stumble several times, do not be dismayed. Do not be discouraged. For those who will get to the top must first of all begin to do the climbing. So when you start to do the climbing and at a point you fail, get up and climb again. A great man is somebody who has failed several times and he discovered the path or how not to do that thing again. And he will discover the best way to actually achieve his or her aim. But when you remain at the level where life has thrown a stone at you, then you are a failure. So I want to believe I'm talking to people who are ready to guide up their loins and begin to fight again. Inside of you is an element of greatness. Do not agree with the circumstances. Do not agree with the mockery. Do not agree with the disappointments. Do not agree with where life has shut its door at you. If you continue pushing it, I tell you today that that door is going to open. But if you stop pushing, it will no more open. If you begin to crack on that wall, it will open. So do not stay down, please. We are rounding off this year and about to start a new journey. Do not stay at the place. Do not say it is no more possible. Please let the words of your mouth be in tandem with the will of the Lord concerning your life. Speak it out, act it out, push it. Say no. If you say no, I am not going to stay at this level, you are going to get up and you will get to a designated place where you desire. All these great men and women, you think that they are without stories. They have their own stories. They have had their own fair share of failure, but they still got up. And they where they are, and you are reading about them. You can be one of them. It's possible for you to come from the back to the front. It is very, very possible. All it needs is your agreement that it is possible. Agree with your internal organs. Agree with every part of you that it is possible for you to be a great man. And do not just allow it to end as speaking the word. Please put an action to those words. Go out of the house. Have you failed in the time past and you are locking yourself inside the house so that people will not mock you? Is it while you walk down the street you think people are talking about you? Please let them talk about you. You are a very important personnel. Let them talk about your failures. They will be there talking without knowing that you have passed the level where they thought that you were. And that is because you got up. Everything is embedded in your getting up. If you can get up from that place, if you can get up from the spot that life has thrown its stone at you, I tell you, you can come from the back to the front. And I want to encourage you to please do that. It is not the end of the world. Whatever it is that the world, you feel the world knows you with, whatever it is you think that you have done, you've gotten it wrongly, whatever it is, I tell you that if only you can get up, if only you can pick up your paces, if you can only push it for a minute or a second behind you, and you take up your loins, you take up yourself, and you begin to walk again, I tell you, you can come from the back to the front. When you begin the new journey, when you begin this new journey, you will feel the weight, you will feel the pains of what people said, of the mistake. You will see the mockery. I want you to take your eyes for a second away from those things. I want you to refocus your energy. I want you to refocus your sight again to the end of the target, to the end of to the goal, to the crown that is set before you. I want you to refocus your mind. And you will be surprised at yourself that finally that you got there. Please, I am waiting for you because I want to celebrate with you. Thank you. God bless you.